Exactly. All right, let's head out to Las Vegas as we get ready for another weekend of awesome mixed martial arts, UFC Fight Night. Let's welcome to the program Sam Hughes. Sam, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on.
We appreciate your time. It's just the start of fight week. How's that going for you?
So far, so good. My weight's really good. My energy level is super high. So, man, I'm feeling good and ready to have a really good performance on Saturday.
How do you get through this week? And what I mean by that is some fighters, don't want to think about the job at hand, which is a fist fight in, 3 days. Some people, want to just think about it and dwell on it. Which are you?
Yeah, I'm actually the first one. I like to take my mind off things. I don't like to stress too much about it. Everything's super lighthearted and fun. Very, very relaxed. That's how I like to go into fight week, because you got a big job at the end of the week. So as long as I'm having fun and having a smile on my face, I know I'm going to have a really good performance on Saturday.
So what typically do you do to keep your mind off it? Watch movies, watch TV, video games, what?
Yeah, so actually my coaches and I have a really good tradition. We actually like to go hiking out here in Vegas, out in Red Rocks. It's super pretty, super relaxing just to be out in nature and just taking your mind off of everything. It's super nice.
That is a great thing to do as long as you don't get your car stuck on a rock halfway up the mountain.
Yeah, that's never happened. So, but there is like a dead zone out there. So sometimes we have like a really hard time getting an Uber back. Yeah, we struggle to get that service, but it's okay. It's, part of the adventure.
I'll tell you a true story. So we did the radio show from the Apex. We did a couple other things on a Wednesday. I'm in this little cheap piece of garbage car rental, and I drive out to Red Rock, which I've been out to numerous times, and I think I want to go do a little hiking. I'm old, I'm fat, I really don't want to, but I think I want to. So I see these cars going off-road, and they start driving up. I'm like, all right, I wonder if this little Kia can make it. And I start driving up, and it's all these pebbles, and I see this monster rock right in the middle of the drive up. And I'm like, I better be careful. I drive halfway up and I get scared, and I'm like, I don't think this is a good idea. I do a 46 turn, you move 2 inches to the right and you back up, and I try to jimmy my way out. I start to drive back down, and I drive over that rock.
Oh, no.
I'm stuck. There's no signal. I don't know what to do. I'm in shorts. It's starting to get cold. So I walk out a little bit, and the guy's like, you want me to drive you to the front? And I'm like, no, because then how am I going to get back? And I honestly literally thought I was going to die out there because I didn't know what to do. 6 people had to help lift the car up off the rock so that I could get out of there.
Oh my God, that's a crazy story, but I totally believe it. Like I said, like the service is terrible out there, the rocks, like it's really bad. But did you get insurance on that rental car?
No, I didn't. And the fun here's the funniest part of the end of it. So I go to return the car on Saturday. There's a UFC Saturday night, and I normally red eye at home after. So I take the car, I drop it off at, I think it was Wynn. And the guy that comes to inspect it, because I made sure that there wasn't anything wrong, right? Even though I didn't really look underneath. So he walks to the right side of the car, and he's like, what's up with this dent? And I I can't say on FCC radio what I wanted to do. And I thought I was really in trouble. So I kind of walk over there, and he starts laughing. I'm like, wow. I didn't tell him that he had me because I knew what the car just went through. But no, I did not have insurance, which would have been a good idea that time.
I know you always want insurance after you've been through like an experience like that. So, it's hard to even, you shouldn't even question like the $30 that it is. So, cause you can turn that thing back in with like one wheel and you'll be good.
Well, now next time I will get it for sure. And I will drive it up the mountain no matter what happens.
Or just get an SUV, Randy, with taller clearance.
Yeah, the SUV's not any fun, though. You want to do it in a little on-road vehicle.
Oh, my God, that poor little Kia.
So Sam, look, combat sport, you're in a fight. So, look, you're in a combat sport. You're in a violent industry, a violent career path. And we're just talking before you came on the program to a baseball player where there's strategy on how they hit batters, and there's bench brawls and clearing, but nobody throws a punch, and then NASCAR, we watch it for the wrecks, but then those guys fight with helmets on. What in sports, what do you like to see? Do you like when people get so passionate? Do you like to see brawls and fights and chaos in sports?
In a sport that's not supposed to have fights.
It's not supposed to happen, or would you like to let the professionals handle it inside the octagon?
I actually like the brawl. I like the passion. When people start chucking at the end of, the last 30 seconds, that always puts a smile on anybody's face. But really, it's just like the athleticism that I really appreciate, and, being a true martial artist and showing your creativity in the cage. That's what really, kind of gets me going, and what I really like to see.
What's the craziest, funniest, strangest thing that has ever, you've been involved in a fight, whether it's happened to you or you heard it while you were in the middle of the fight? What's the craziest thing?
Oh, man. Probably. So my last fight with LFA was really fun. And I still think about that fight quite a bit. But the last, man, she must have took a shot on me in the last 12 seconds. And then I locked up the guillotine and only needed 8 seconds. And then I still had her neck when the bell rang. And so I let it go, and she completely flew back, head hit the mat, and she was out. And I still think about that, because I was like, okay, well, is she going to wake up, and are they going to make us do a second round, or what's going to happen? So it was pretty cool. And, the comments that I got after that fight was pretty cool. And I kind of rode that high for a while.
And went with that. What do you know? I guess we should kind of talk about, you do have a fight coming up on Saturday. What do you know about your opponent? And I tend to ask the athletes this, do you not even care about the opponent and, what they bring to the table, as it's what you're going to do, not necessarily what they're going to do?
No, I definitely do, think about, I watch a lot of tape. I really study my opponent quite a bit. But I know she's, a great striker, great wrestler, a great counter wrestler as well. So it's going to be a brawl. It's going to be a freaking war, and I know the fans are going to love it. And that's what I'm looking forward to most.
See, the professional Sam is, because typically fighters wouldn't use the freaking word on FCC radio. She stepped up. She's a professional. I love this. And I appreciate it, too.
Rand is the number one podcaster we have.
Oh, my God. I hate that word.
Get me off the radio, and I'll be throwing F-bombs like crazy.
Well, and that's fine.
So going back a few months on your Instagram, you have a picture at WrestleMania with Juliana Pena. Do you have any career aspirations of getting inside the wrestling ring when this is all said and done?
No aspirations of that. I want to, ride this UFC train as long as I can. But no, Julie and I are really good friends. She actually got done with, I think, the U.S. Open for tennis the day before, and then came into Dallas and then invited me to WrestleMania. And of course I was like, yeah, let's do it, Julie. And I hadn't seen her since I left Washington, but man, she is such a good person. She's really, really cool. But we joked about, the money that WWE makes and saying how tempting that is. But nah, I don't see myself getting into that after MMA.
A, I agree with you. She's an awesome person. She has been on this program numerous times. And B, are you a wrestling fan? And if so, who are some of the wrestlers you like to watch?
I'm actually not a fan. But being there live was very entertaining. I can see why the fan base is so big. They do a great job with their promotion. But, it's all choreographed. It's all, going back to what I said before with, right. I appreciate, athleticism and being a martial artist. And I think that's more like acting. And I'm not a very good actor. So you probably won't catch me in the WWE ring.
We won't even go into some of the acting stories with WWE because we're running out of time. But what can the fans expect to see when you get back in the octagon on Saturday?
Man, you guys can definitely look forward to seeing a show on Saturday. I expect my best performance yet. And I know with my opponent, she's so game that, it's bound to determine to either be a performance of the night or fight of the night bonus. So just get ready, get your popcorn ready.
Awesome. Great stuff. Sam, thank you for your time. I know that we have your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong, as well as a box of really cool socks from Odd Sock Official.
Man, I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys.
We appreciate your time. Talk to you again soon. That was Sam Hughes stepping back in the octagon on Saturday, UFC Fight Night. More fighters from that card coming up. Co-host due to call in so we can